My oral report was on Letters from an American Farmer by Michael Crévecoeur. He came to America in 1759 after being born in France in 1735. He then marries in 1769 and settles a farm in New York. At this time, he is open about his loyalties to the crown, but during this time, we are going through the period of trying to separate from the ties to the crown. Because of his opposition to this, he flees back to France and eventually returns in 1783. When he returns in 1783, unfortunately, he comes back to find his wife deceased and their farm in ruins. But it is out of this time period that he writes these letters from the American farmer. He writes in this about how immigrants can come from Europe and they can move up and move forward and work their way to the top by working hard, and how the government protects these rights for them. And so my question was, is the American dream still prevalent today? Can we still work from the bottom up? Is that middle class still prevalent? And so I looked at the 1930s, and there was a book called The Epic of America by Truslow Adams, and he describes in this book that the American dream is still prevalent. You can still work from the bottom up. However, when we start looking into the 1970s and 1980s, we begin to see a change in this. We begin to see less blue-collar work and less opportunities to move up. We begin to see more of a prominence on being born into wealth, being the aristocrat, and being automatically wealthy instead of moving from the bottom up. I then went and looked at an interview from 2014. The first man who was interviewed takes us through his hometown and shows factories that have been shut down. And his claim for the American dream is that it's no longer the same as it used to be. With these factories shut down, you do not have the opportunity to move from the bottom up and to move forward in America. But the opinion was still split. It later goes on to show the news anchor. She interviews a immigrant who came into America. He has his own cab company, and he names it the American Dream out of his firm belief that he has come to our country and he has moved from the bottom up and made a life for himself here. So I really enjoyed this story, and I was very thankful to read it. It's a very good topic to have with your family and your friends. I know it's something that people still greatly discuss today, and very a prevalent topic. You can have, I think you can very easily sway one way or the other, especially depending on your circumstances and the way, life has rolled in your favor, or maybe not so much in your favor. So in conclusion, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I would love to hear your opinions and your thoughts on if the American dream still exists, or if the middle class, in your opinion, is thinning. There is less blue-collar jobs available and less chances to move up and work your way up, or if it's looking like you really need to just be born into the lap of luxury these days. Thanks again, guys. Comment below. Bye.